Well, the ceasefire with Iran, it is hanging by a thread this morning. Tehran has paused oil traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, so it is closed again. Iran also accusing the U.S. and Israel of violating the terms of the ceasefire as Israeli attacks aimed at Iran-backed militants in Lebanon just devastate that area. But the two sides, they are set to move ahead this weekend with in-person peace talks in Pakistan.
The fragile truce between the U.S. and Iran surviving, despite Israel's deadly strikes on Lebanon. Israel continues to pummel Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, as attacks killing at least 250 people, according to Lebanon's Ministry of Health, which Iran claims violates the ceasefire. The U.S. says that's not the case.
Lebanon is not part of the ceasefire. That has been relayed to all parties.
President Trump telling NBC News Israel is going to scale back the attacks, and Israel says it will begin direct negotiations with Lebanon to disarm Hezbollah. Meanwhile, Vice President Vance will lead a U.S. delegation in Pakistan this weekend on talks for a lasting end to the war in Iran.
We want Iran to not be able to make a nuclear weapon. We want the nuclear fuel, which is something the president has made very clear.
But the Strait of Hormuz is another key sticking point. Before the war, 20% of the world's oil passed through it, but Iran essentially shut down the critical waterway when the fighting began. Now, oil prices are over $100 a barrel. In a Truth Social post, the president said it was agreed a long time ago that the Strait of Hormuz would be open and safe, but very few ships have passed through the channel.
So they're pretty much controlling who can come in, who can come out.
Still, the president tells NBC News he's optimistic a deal can be reached. The ceasefire came just 90 minutes before Trump's deadline to open the strait or a whole civilization would be destroyed. Tough rhetoric that the administration says resulted in the military campaign pause. But they drew condemnation from Democrats and some Republicans, including former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a one-time staunch Trump supporter.
He's out of control, and people within the administration need to step up, take responsibility, and rein this in.
This weekend's peace talks will be critical. We'll know a lot more after that. The president also had harsh words for NATO, saying allies did not support the U.S. in the war. But NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte told a Washington audience yesterday that European allies are doing everything the United States has been asking.